Hey guys, in this video today, I'm going to be talking about a win-win dynamic that so few of us actually get to experience and miss out on. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that we just haven't been shown that very often in our lives, and we've grown up where it's often win-lose, or we were in a childhood where the parent kept winning and we kept losing, right? Their happiness came at the expense of us, or we were in relationships where the partner took all the energy and we lost out, and it was a win-lose dynamic, or at least our brains perceived it as such, right? And a win-win dynamic would be understanding that between two people, if we can get on the same page, we can certainly start to amplify each other to have an even greater experience to the benefit of both of us. In other words, two bodies two bodies aligned can be better than one. Doesn't have to be, but in the overall design of life, and this is not to put pressure or an expectation, of course not, but in the overall design of life, when two people come together, there is an amplification, right? And how do we do that? How do we get to that place of understanding these things so that we can, on a more regular basis, do that, and we can walk away in that dynamic feeling satisfied that, hey, I'm winning here, and I'm smiling because I can see they're also winning, and I get that experience that that is what's happening for them. So we're going to discuss that now, and it's really about understanding ultimately what your needs and values are at the end of the day, so that you know what it would look like and what it would mean to you to actually win. Very often it's our ego coming out that is saying, I need to be right in this situation. So if I can see people smiling at me, acknowledging me, agreeing with me, in other words, there's safety in numbers, right? Then I'm okay, right? So I'm externally referencing my identity in being okay when other people are agreeing with me, liking me, accepting me, etc. Okay, I consider that a win if I'm in an ego defensive state and I'm externalizing that reference point. That's very important. When I'm able to internally reference my identity, in other words, I've grown to the point where I am okay, I've worked on my sense of self, I therefore have self-esteem, confidence within myself, in and around my ability to get my needs met, know my values, my principles, and experience that in my life, I'm okay. So regardless of what's happening on the outside, I am okay. So it really comes down into the fact that if I'm okay, I'm always winning, right? Because I always know that I have a place to come to inside where I can get those needs and values met. And if it's not going to happen specifically with this person, right, then I need to start to get to a point where I actually, with my confidence, create standards and boundaries that say this person is either capable or incapable of meeting with me on the same page. So if I'm wanting 5 of something and they're wanting 2 of something, if I just submit to the 2, I'm losing, right? And if I just get the 5, then they're losing. What would be win-win? Right? It would be saying, you know what, through you, I recognize that I would be able to get to have 3 instead of 5, or perhaps 4 instead of 5. So let's meet there in the middle at 3 or 4, and let's try that for 4 months, 6 months, see how we do. But I would need to recognize that coming down to that 3 or that 4 is not coming down. That actually helps me to now be closer to you and connected to you, and I'm willing to go from 5 to 4 to 3 because I see that positive outcome in my life because I get to be with you. And I get to experience life through you. And I become a bigger person because I'm able to meet you in that. And also because other areas of our relationship are ticking the boxes for me. So I'm contented and I'm happy to go from 5 to 4 to 3 with you. And I can see that it's a challenge for you to go from 2 to 3 to 4, but you're willing to make that change too. So it's win-win in that dynamic. Okay. If you're adamant that it needs to be 2 and I'm wanting 5, we're then into that realm of irrevocable differences where perhaps we're just not compatible. But I don't look at that as now I'm losing, right? It just means that what's been highlighted here is a difference between us where we need to draw the line and perhaps separate, but realize that I am still okay inside. So therefore, I'm still winning. I really hope you guys get that message. And it's very easy for me to sit here and share that with you. And I know if you're in a dynamic or relationship where you're really struggling to get to that middle point, I get it. And it's not easy. There's a lot of pain, a lot of emotions involved there. But I hope you can take something away from this video today. Understanding that we're not here to win, we're here to be okay. That is the big win, is how much of you can still be okay despite what the other person in your life is doing or not doing, right? And so when you do find a win-win solution, you grow together, because it's about understanding that, again, together we're better than being on our own. And the solution that we have now found takes us both into new territory, because I'm not used to being at a 3 or a 4, I'm used to being at a 5. You're not used to being at a 2, but now you're having to be at a 3 or a 4. Let's navigate this together and be that team. That's what it's about. That's where we win and we win. Because we've got each other's backs in this new territory that we are now together as individuals creating. We're creating something new. Because through you, you're bringing me into a new experience of life. And I'm open to that. What prevents this process would be trauma, hurt, pain. If I'm traumatized and still hurting and I haven't healed, I will not be open to meeting you in this new territory and to become pioneers together. I'll clamp down and I'll hang on to what I have, and unfortunately then go for the win-lose dynamic. Okay, so if you're with somebody where that is happening, understand that their trauma is influencing the relationship and preventing you guys from finding solutions because their nervous systems are still stuck in that pain dynamic and that memory of that suffering. That's not easy, I know. So I hope you can take something from this video. And remember to internally reference your self-esteem as much as you can. And that means to look at yourself, focus on yourself, start to love who you are, what you bring into the world, notice your talents, your skills, just what you have, who you are, the uniqueness, the beauty of what you're about, how far you've come. The fact that you've survived up till this day watching this video is enough for you to be feeling way better about yourself than what you probably currently are at the moment. And, you know, that self-love is the key, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave messages below. You're welcome to check out our books and our courses in the description there as well if you need any help with anything. Until the next video, be good, but not too good. Bye.